Well, during the pandemic, houseplants became very popular, and today kicks off National Indoor Plant Week. So we decided to dig into what the buzz is all about with these pandemic plants and why so many people are greening up their space.
Yeah, kind of looks like a greenhouse in here right now with our background and these beautiful plants.
Little jungle-rific in here.
Yes, it is. Fun fact here, everyone knows our Matt Wintz is a proud father to 3 children. He's also a plant dad. I remember when he had to be away from his plant during the pandemic, he was begging us to please look out for it and water it.
Didn't do so well.
Well, we tried, Matt. We're sorry. Recently, Matt talked to a horticulturist from Costa Farms about all things plants.
You know, houseplants were often seen as, well, you know, this is something little old ladies do. And now, you know, it's not just mainstream, but it's chic.
Chances are you either have houseplants or you know someone who does. And plant people are very much into their plants, now more than ever.
We saw houseplants starting to grow in popularity before the pandemic, and then COVID just ignited it.
Someone's just starting out and they say, you know what, I don't have a lot of plants in my house. I have a lot of faux plants, whatever it happens to be. First of all, how do you sell someone? Like, what are the benefits of actually having houseplants versus fake plants?
You know, I don't even know where to start with that one. There are so many. My favorites are, you know, there's a lot of studies that talk about how plants are really good for our health psychologically. Studies that talk about how they increase our productivity, how they can reduce our stress. Some even point to houseplants being able to lower our blood pressure if we just spend some time looking at them and being mindful around them.
What are some of the things, the most common problems with houseplants, and how can people fix them?
The most common scenario I think we see with plant failure is you don't have the right plant in the right place. And if you have right plant, right place, that's going to do 75% of the work for you. So really matching up the amount of light you have and being honest about the kind of watering you'll do. More plants die from overwatering than underwatering. You know, it's easy to give them too much love.
If you were just starting out and want to experiment with houseplants, give this plant a shot first.
Pothos is great because it's so durable. It has heart-shaped green leaves with kind of cream or yellow speckling. You can grow it from a basket so it trails down. You can grow it horizontally on a mantle. You can let it grow up, so it's really versatile. But it's really easy too. You can grow it in low light, medium light, bright light. If you forget to water it 2 weeks, you know, it's just fine.
But if you're still on the fence about being an indoor houseplant person, remember this.
That faux plant is just going to collect dust, you know, but your real plant, that's experiential. You know, the more you care for it, the more it's going to grow. It responds to you. And so in some ways, it's almost more like a pet than it is a home decor accessory.
And it doesn't talk back, which I like. It's fantastic.
Exactly. You know, you don't need to take it for a walk every day like I do my dog.
Oh, you don't? I'm going to stop doing that then.
You mean you don't take your plants for a walk?
I don't anymore. That was a very helpful conversation that we had, for sure. Guys, we talked about so much. I mean, this is one of my favorite interviews. You know, we talked about how to repot, the different kinds of soils to use, the relationship between us and plants and the weather and all that. It was a great conversation. Obviously, we probably went for an entire day talking. I think it was a 23-hour interview, but there's more of it at WKYC.com.
Beautiful. Now, we have all these gorgeous plants here, Matt. What are we doing with these? Is there some sort of competition or something?
Yeah, so I've got a little challenge with you. I want to kind of set the stage and let you know how to take care of houseplants first before you guys jump right in. So I want to show you a couple of my favorites here. I don't know the names of any of these. I called him out with this Costa Farms guy that I interviewed. He knew the name and how to water and everything. This thing's got some red flowers. It needs a lot of light, so we got a little grow light over here. One of the coolest things, I think, if you don't like the houseplants, you can grow fruit as well. So I labeled this. I'm growing this at home. I labeled it some pitted fruit, but it's actually an avocado. So this came right from a seed. It was fun with the kids. We took an avocado pit and you put the toothpicks in it and you put the bottom half in water for about 3 months. It'll turn soft. Eventually it sprouts. And this is literally an avocado tree that Emmy and I have grown from scratch. So if you don't like the houseplant thing, you know, you can do fruit too, which is really cool. So let's talk. I've got a challenge for you. I got to remember my clicker as well. But Costa Farms, they were awesome. They sent us these 2 plants, which are of the wax variety. They're super hard to kill, so that's why we thought it'd be a good idea to give it you 2. And we're going to have a little competition. So what we'll do is you guys will each keep these. You have to keep them at your desk.
All right.
Actually,
here in the newsroom?
Betsy, I know your skills maybe aren't as good at growing plants, so we'll give you the one that has a true new sprout.
Ooh. Oh.
They have to stay in the newsroom at your desk, all right? So you guys have to take care of them, but we're going to check in, every month or so.
To see how they're doing.
To see how you guys are doing.
Do we keep the saran wrap over that?
No, you're gonna want it to breathe. That's how they shipped it.
I've never seen that before, so I'm just wondering. And by the way, this would be my first plant. My wife is a green thumb. We got them all over the house.
She's not allowed to come in the station.
That's why we said it has to stay here. Because we knew Tracy would be on that. Yeah, yeah.
All right, I'll take the saran wrap off first, and then I'll water it once a week.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. You have
better
to do the
figure it
research.
out.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
you got to talk to it.
All right.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Are you ready for your weather word today?
And good luck, because I saw what it is.
Yeah, good luck. This is tough. It's photosynthesis.
Good luck.
Jay.
But it fits in perfectly with all of it.
Unreal. You're unreal. Okay, we'll get that into the forecast real soon because we've got a lot of information outside of that to talk about. So we'll get that in. You guys care for those plants. It starts now. Don't think that you can slack over the next 5 minutes. You talk to, name your plants over there.